you could still cut a bitch
Surprisingly
with
far.
safety scissors. Yeah, that's what I'm
Probably
saying.
be more fun.
Hey, I cut myself with.
Jesus.
That's a
You
big
know,
oof.
blunt injuries hurt worse.
Go sit down and watch the show, okay?
Blunt
Oh, they
knives hurt
deserve
worse.
it, really.
Mm-hmm. All it does is move back and forth, buddy.
Where is his tablet?
I don't know.
Did you
In
send
his
it with
room?
him?
No,
Oh.
I did not send it with
I
him.
don't know where it is.
It should be on your bed, your tablet, buddy. I don't know if I charged it. I can't remember if I plugged it in. I might have just thrown it on his bed.
I finally added mods to my Sims 4.
Mom.
Huh? What do you mean the one that has a button?
You mean like the type that
This
bans
is the one
people
with a
from
button.
your
There is
chat?
no button. Yeah, there's no push button one.
Like MCC.
Yes, exactly. Those kinds of ones.
That's it. That's all it does.
And
Literally.
the Kawaii Stacy slice of life to make it more realistic. Like they actually get their periods. It's kind of weird.
Oh. Okay. Don't know why
Yeah.
you would want to have to deal with that, but alright.
Right? Why would you
Yeah,
put your
I mean-
Sims through that?
Why would you want to experience that? In the
Really?
Because
game?
I want to torture them.
Weird.
Considering
Her god complex is getting to her.
Yeah.
considering my current family has I don't even know how many kids. The husband has had 3 by aliens.
I don't. You know
I
what?
want to say
I
8 or
don't have
9.
to play Sims
kids?
with you. You're scary.
Yeah,
I don't typically do mods. This is the
Hi,
first
Hayes.
time, so
it's okay. She's been forcing her male sim to get pregnant from aliens over and over again in order to try to get a female sim.
not for a while. I gave up.
But you did, though.
I did for a while there, yeah.
That
why he
Sim
has
gave
3.
birth to men out of spite.
And then I had them try to get a girl because I always play as a girl, and I needed a heiress.
We're ready. Woo.
Are we ready? Are we really ready?
Everybody, go sit down. We're gonna start our game. Go. Sit down. Watch the show. Go ahead. Thank you.
Sure.
Yo, yo, yo.
I don't think so.
No, never.
We have to turn it down. You can hear it just fine.
Never hungry.
If you can't eat the cheeseburger, you can't have the apples. Go put them in the fridge. Yeah. I don't care. No. Because you wouldn't eat the cheeseburger, so you're not allowed to have the apple. No. Don't start. You weren't hungry enough to eat the cheeseburger. You can eat the apples. You can eat the apples, but nothing else. Because you wouldn't eat the cheeseburger. Okay? Nothing else. I'm serious. Don't ask for food until supper. Okay? If you're hungry, you can eat the rest of your cheeseburger. Okay?
Alright. So catch you guys up on some
Cool.
things.
But we're busy. Okay? Watch the show.
You guys talked about Spirit Hold last session and managed to not only get the piece of Hema, but also gave Aaron a place, his true calling or his true place with Hema. After that, on returning to Thalia, you guys were met by Stellar and had an interesting talk with him in that you guys no longer have the Hema artifact on you. Hema has it. At least until you have gathered the rest of the blood needed with the gods, which is the only one left is Stellar. Moving from that, you guys learned of the Dragon's Bane Conclave and the old treaty, the Solon and Fathom. Setting course for Draco Pass. Is there any preparations, anything you last minute things you guys want to get done before you set course there?
Not on. I might could use some arrows.
You can just buy them if you want.
Oh, wait, said that.
Yeah.
You don't have to teleport anywhere to do it.
Maybe if someone could pick up his arrows after every fight.
I came back at a good time.
Damn. Hayes just jumping on.
Jesus
down
Christ.
the
Last
Hayes-
night I was picking up arrows.
Hayes is out for
Like,
blood,
are you
watch
calling
out.
Me out?
road.
Supposed to pick up our arrows?
You can.
Yeah, otherwise you run out.
Jesus
I mean, that's
Christ.
a good way to recover
nuh-uh.
ammo.
No.
Nuh-uh. What else am I gonna spend my money on? Nuh-uh.
Jesus Christ.
Leave me out to pick up my arrows!
I enjoy that this is how we start session.
God, it's gonna be a day.
So,
Alright.
you pick up some last minute arrows. Nothing else for anyone else?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No.
Who has the teleportation helmet?
Nobody.
Nobody?
I mean,
Yeah, I don't. That's for sure.
Anyone can take it.
Yeah, I think I might have been maybe the
think-
last one to use it, but
I was
don't
last
know.
one to
Poppy
use
was the
it.
last one
okay.
to use it.
The reason I ask is because it'd be faster to go to Kingsbrand and then the Draco Pass instead of trying to run.
Well, since I was the
Alright.
last one attuned to it, I can use it.
Okay. So, you gather the party and teleport to King Brand's sword. There, you head north. Just on the outskirts of the barrier that protects Kingsbrand and the Butterfly Plains. You guys notice a few things. In the direction you're going, to the north, to Draco Pass, you can see crystals erupted from the ground. There's a dense, dark fog that seems to cover that area. The smell of sulfur seems to ring the air. Followed by a massive lines of vegetation. Breaking from this fog, you can see dragons doing different rounds. Some of them doing it in anger or furious, as if battles are taking place there. Others are taking it seeking for food, lesser dragons. In the midst of this, you see a mountaintop. It's the tallest one in all of Draco Pass. There you can see there's a static storm that charges around it. And this massive smoke plume seems to roar from the top of that. A bright red or an orange light has your attention there. That is where Zoe sits now. Is where the dragon's throne resides. Where you guys are gonna be, it's just on the border of Draco Pass. And an old sanctum that has lost its holding with time, but is standing enough to still hold one of the most powerful treaties among the ancient races that has been forgotten due to the fact of the blood mages and their dedicated hate to dragons and how they want to free the people. This old ongoing war where people wanting to break from their oppressors of the draconic bloodline. The Sanctum is built inside of one of the walls of this pass, in a small cavern. As you walk inside, you come to what
You're
looks
not allowed to have the internet on.
to be a marble room. A small pathway leads in. And there, you can see this room holds no secrets other than the treaty. It holds no hidden gems or treasures. It is a circle with a podium. And it looks to be a old book. On the left side stands what looks to be a tall, well-dressed, and armored from head to toe, an elven man. His helmet sits under his side, his arm. His ears prudent and adhered with gems. On the right side, the marble statue. It's large and grand in itself, with golden inline that runs down his body. Of a draconic dragon, almost divine in itself. An old table made of this beautiful red wood. A bit old and slowly falling apart. Has an ink well and a feather. As you all enter, you will feel this cool, chilling embrace that presses across your skin. A figure, a ghostly figure, will appear standing at the north part of the podium. It looks to be a half-elf, half of his body elven. You can see his long ear, but the other part seems mixed. A mixture that is very rare. It's something that is off-putting to see, but it seems draconic, as if it's a dragonborn or a half-dragon. One of the sides of his body is decorative scales and a claw the other side, it's almost enchanting. And it carries this different statue. The clawed hand and this long, almost smooth hand touching the top of the podium. This voice hollow, but it echoes throughout this whole chamber. Speak. If the blood of the old runs in your veins, and you're here for appraising the treaty of the Union, step forth and go to your statue, the heroes of old. A drop of blood is all it needs. If it lights, you are true. But if it dims, this chamber will kill all of you.
Huh?
Are you ready for this, buddy?
No.
Well, let's just get
Does
to
it
do
anyway.
it. And Fafnir will go ahead and give his blood as well.
As you gash your hand or prick your finger, whatever one you choose to do, and blood touches the statue. Faffy, yours, the golden end line of the dragon, the light, brilliant, and it seems to almost glow, more vibrant than the chamber itself. And you will see the eyes of this kind of give out this ghastly, ghostly fire. There's this weird blue hue to it. Solden, when you place your hand or drop blood on this statue, you will see the weapon in the elven hand kind of move and press it against its chest. The gems and stuff that decorates its ears will start to light up and become more bright. Its eyes let out this ghastly glow as well. The figure that stands at the top of the podium will lift their hands. Say, you two will decide the fate of the Treaty of the Union. If a decision cannot be made and is split between the two of you, as in ancient text, those that you have brought with you will be the tiebreaker, will break the vote. If an answer cannot be concluded, I will rule. And who I choose is more favorable. And I see that old traditions and old laws should still fall in effect. So if you do not want that, then do not let it fall into my hands. Take up the quill and the ink and step forth towards the book. And the figure will kind of take a couple of steps back and allow you guys to approach. When you approach, the text that's written in the book, as old as it is, it seems to be almost faded away. But as you two look at it, seems to, as if this ink is magical, it seems to become more bold and dark. Words begin to appear on the pages. Seeing the first word that pops up is treaty, followed by of the Union. And then it's as if someone poured a bunch of ink on this, and it just starts cutting these words quickly. And the treaty begins to be more legible. I'll go question by question for this, but you guys will get the whole land out.
Okay.
The Treaty of the Union. The first question begins to become more prominent for you. Draconic and Elvish bloodline. Union for shared territory. In the old decision, it was disagreed upon. How do you rule?
Do you feel we should share, Solon?
I mean, we kind of already do, don't we?
I mean, that's exactly what I was thinking. I think we're for it.
So, agree?
Agreed?
Agreed.
Okay. The next question. Dragons and draconic blood can claim forest.
Disagree.
I mean, I don't know what that's exactly.
No, I'm kidding. I agree.
But I mean, would that not go
Elvins,
territory?
Elvins used to reside and keep and claim territories in forests and jungles. That's where they held homes. So this was their territory that they called.
I see.
So,
I
Okay.
agree. Because we want shared territory.
okay. Then that just follows up with Elvish blood can claim mountains and caves.
Agree?
Agree.
Okay. Ancestor bloodlines can make home and cross territories.
Agree.
Agree.
Elvish blood can scout the draconic territories.
Agree.
Agree.
Okay. Draconic can respond to Elvish aid if necessary. The old decision was agreed upon.
We're keeping it the same. Agree.
Agree.
Elvish blood is favored to Draconic over others.
Oh.
What say you, Fafnir?
I mean, do you think you're favored, or do you think we're equal?
I think I asked first.
Dragons seen Elvish as an equal to them. Elvish bloodline is just favored to them as be able to make trade and other things with. But they're talking about other races as in humans and others. So do you favor the elves over other races?
Oh, so do we favor elves over? I mean, I see everybody as equals. Don't you, Solon?
Sure. We can go that way with it.
So do you guys disagree with it and all are equal, or Elvish or above others?
I think in the world that we're trying to raise, I would say everybody's equal, but I don't want to force your hand if you disagree.
No, I was just pulling your leg. I agree.
Okay. So you guys just disagree with that one?
Aye.
Elvish blood can use any means necessary to subdue, but not kill draconic blood. This was something that was agreed upon.
I agree. Stolen. If I go out
Agree.
the hand, you know what to do.
Agree.
Draconic blood must warn elvish intruders before they can attack them.
Agree.
Agree.
Draconic blood must share horde if obtained with elvish aid. This was the first split decision, but later full ruled in draconic favor, and it was disagreed upon. They didn't believe that they should have shared their horde for this game by aid.
Agree.
I will agree. It's not like we haven't done this already.
I know, right? Also, if they had aid.
Yeah. Elvish blood seers and seekers, which are just higher individuals and elvish tribes, can speak to high court dragons, but others must keep away. So they believe the lesser people didn't have a word in deciding.
So, this is just hierarchy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Agree.
I think agree would be. I think everyone deserves to be heard.
Okay.
I know a
Draconic
pretty good elvish blood seer.
Draconic blood can kill elvish blood if attacked first and an act in defense. An act in self-defense.
Absolutely not. You have to stand there and die as I beat on you.
Oh. I don't know if you truly feel that way, but I'm going to have to agree. Only because it's self-defense.
Okay. And then it follows with the same question. On the elvish side, is elvish blood can kill draconic blood if acted in self-defense.
I will
Agree.
Okay, both of them
agree as
agreed.
well.
100% agree.
Oh my gosh, I just realized there's 30 questions.
Uh-huh. It's a big treaty. Draconic blood can be corrupted by elvish descent if eggs of draconic is stolen or gathered in raids. This was split, but later agreed, changed to agree,
Elvish bloodline.
in the elvish favor.
Ghost, you skipped 14.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'll go back to it.
Oh.
I went to 15, hold on. 14 is elvish blood can corrupt blood magic, can use corrupted blood magic to harm draconic blood if draconic blood crosses borders with the ill intent. This was favored in elvish, and it was agreed upon.
Oh.
Also agree.
Yeah, I agree on the behalf of Illitent.
Okay, so the 14 is agree, and then 15 is they can corrupt elvish descents if eggs of draconic is stolen or gathered in raids. So if they steal dragon eggs, they believe that it's fair they can corrupt them.
Oh. Let's see, dragon blood can be corrupted by elvish descent if eggs of dragon is stolen or. Oh.
Wait, what did I agree to?
14. Well, 14 you agreed for if it was ill intent that corrupted blood magic could be used. 15 is elvish believe that they can, if they steal a draconic egg in a raid or if they just steal it in general, they believe they should be able to corrupt it with blood magic.
I don't think we should be for corruption.
Disagree.
Disagree.
Okay. 16 then. Draconic blood can retaliate if elvish raids happen.
I mean, I don't know why they're attacking if we have 3 T-buds.
So the raids is dragons would attack elvish settlements to build a horde. And elvish raids would happen by them going there and stealing whatever they seem fit for their survival in a way. Or if they wanted it for more personal gains.
Gotcha.
As in stealing eggs and other things like that. Scales for armor, stuff like that. So they would take treasures from the dragons.
Well, I'm going to say agree, because it would be another self-defense thing.
Yeah, I can agree.
Okay. Draconic blood can mate with elvish blood. This was split and later ruled that Draconic disagreed with it. It didn't stop them, but they just did not see it as...
Yeah, Fafnir looks at the dude right in front of him as he looks at the question.
It is not something that they agreed on, but if it did happen, it's basically saying, my family doesn't agree with your family, and guess what, we're still gonna fucking do it.
It's fucking Romeo and Juliet. Let's fucking
Pretty
go.
much. But it was ruled in the Draconic favor. They did not see this as right.
Who am I to stop someone from fucking someone? What say you, Solon?
The opposite of whatever you say.
You want to go the opposite?
Yeah.
So he's agreeing with the original decision, and I'm
Disagreeing with so if that's the case, then how does the party rule that one?
We'd like to phone a friend.
Like to phone a friend.
Phone a friend about the who should love who.
I don't care if a dragon and an elf want to go at it. Have fun. Doesn't matter to me at all.
I have to agree with Ogdo on that. I don't think we have any right to tell people who they can and can't love.
I just want to point out that my character is an Azamar and she's with a Minotaur, so.
Facts.
Exactly.
Fucking facts.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's just a disagreed statement. Oh, agreed. Agreed. Agreed.
Roll
Uh,
the Draconic as agree now.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a change.
Oh,
18 is if Elvish or Draconic crossblood happens, Draconics can take precedence over the Elvish. So they believe that if it does happen, then Draconic should have the traditions and should say who's in charge of that, per se, offspring.
I think it should be shared.
The Elvish disagreed with it, and they believed that it should have been something that's shared among them.
The Elvish continue to disagree with it.
Wait.
They believe
Wouldn't we want to? What?
it's saying that Draconic takes precedence over Elvish. But if you agree with it, then they believe they should have been shared. But it was ruled. Yeah.
So if we agree,
You want to agree, yeah.
we want it to be shared.
No, it was disagreed. So they believed it was later ruled in Elvish, so it should just stay the same.
Okay. Yeah.
Elvish
But,
blood.
What if I disagree?
You disagree with them already disagreeing?
Yeah.
I mean, you believe the Draconic should take precedence over the crossbreed?
Well, I think they'd look cooler.
It's basically us controlling, like, all right. Oh my god.
Yeah, what traditions and what have you of it?
Be
Like,
able to fly, right?
Not well,
No,
not
no.
really.
No,
Say I was Christian and you were like Buddhist. He would have to follow my Christian beliefs over your
Mhm.
Buddhist beliefs.
Oh, you can fly.
Jesus
Yeah, it doesn't have to do with biology.
He's like, I
Has
don't
to
give,
do
I don't
with
give
what you
a fuck
believe.
about
It
that.
just has to do with how they're raised.
Can they still
Okay.
fly?
Why are they not being taught how to fly? All right. I can just.
Fucking hell.
Well,
Okay.
next one.
Elvish blood can take in wounded dragons, but only if they just provide only aid and allow them to be free. So they can't just take in rogue dragons. They can't take in dragons that want to be away from their old traditions. They believe they
Agreed.
should only take them in if they need aid.
So basically, they only take in with aid, but if they're trying to escape some trash situation, they can't.
Yep.
I'm going to disagree.
Well, that's too bad because I agree.
You agree that they should only just take in wounded
Yeah.
and only give aid, no matter what the. Okay. Then that leads to the party's involvement here.
I'm going to agree with Fafnir that the elves should be able to offer asylum if the dragon wants it.
Don't see why we wouldn't. Why they wouldn't allow them asylum.
Because people hate dragons.
Uh-huh.
Because it keeps us from being
Because
able to
I
fuck with
agree
them
with
and hold them
Solon.
there while they're injured.
So
Fair.
We gotta give them aid and let them go.
Into the next pieces is a lot of them, some of them's about the crossbreed. Crossbloods have choices who to reside with. This was agreed on. They should choose.
I agree.
So
Agree.
crossbloods must respect both traditions or follow the current blood that rules them. So whoever they live with and whatever race they live with should have.
Tradition.
I mean, respect both of them.
Agree.
I agree.
Wow, really? All right, I disagree.
Gosh damn it.
What?
Dead ass. Disagree.
You don't
I thought
want
he was
them to
gonna
respect
disagree.
both traditions?
No, they should be allowed to do whatever the fuck they want.
That's what that
that's what that means, Dylan.
You're fine.
Elvish blood must provide aid and medicine to Draconic blood. In return, they are giving 10% increase of coin and or treasure.
Slaps the disagree button.
You don't believe they should get extra back for it in trade?
I mean, I was going to agree.
This is if Elvish blood provides aid and medicine, the dragons will trade them 10% of coin or a treasure. So they get they'll give a better trade offer for medicine and aid.
I agree.
Okay, Solo?
Yes. What say you, Solon?
Love you, buddy.
I think he's thinking noggin hard about this one.
Solon's broken.
He's, of course, he's broken. Does not compute.
He's muted.
You must be talking to someone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you might
Probably.
be talking to someone.
It always happens.
So what? Which one are we on?
22. Elvish blood must provide aid and medicine. When they do, the dragons give them a better offer for trade.
Oh, agree.
Draconic must keep distance from Elvish settlements and never build a lair within the 5-mile radius.
First, I thought that was going to disagree, but I think I agree because, you know, there is some that are just not friendly.
This treaty doesn't stop some rebellions from happening, but most of them, the older ones, try to follow.
Agree.
Try to.
Yeah, we both agree.
Can we
Elvish.
make a photocopy of this? Just post around the world.
I mean, you guys technically can. You can spread word about this, but right now, not many of the newer generations really care to know of this. Elvish blood must stay out of the pass and away from the king of dragons. Trade takes place at the outskirts.
Disagree.
No, you have to say agree.
Agree.
Oh, well,
Fuck you, I forgot the
I-
R.
It's ye or ye.
I disagree.
I
Thank you.
agree.
Oh,
You agree you believe Elvish blood should stay out of the pass?
No,
alright.
I disagree.
He disagree.
Disagree.
Disagree. Sounds
Disagree.
French or Italian. Disagree.
Alright, 25.
God damn it.
You're a vampire now.
Blah 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 blah.
Hey.
Come to look your blood.
25. Blood spilled on either side during raids does not void treaty. So if it happens during a raid, then it does not void this treaty.
I agree.
I disagree.
I think with that it if it was disagree, it would basically, break up everything else we agreed on in the beginning.
No, you're right. I still disagree.
No, you're right.
No, you're
but
right.
You're still wrong.
I mean, if that's the
Very
case,
There you go,
solid thing to
party.
say.
You decide.
yeah, well, go to the party.
Oh my god. To the party it goes then.
How do you guys favor? Blood spilled on either side during raids does not void. Let's say
What did you tell him?
You didn't see it when he was trying to shave the chairs down?
I mean,
What did you
that was a
show
good
him?
example, but this is like a big treaty thing.
Yo, I warned you. The first thing I said to you was watch out for Solon. Don't fall for his tricks.
Shit. But
I would agree.
I also say agree on that one.
I feel like
Yeah.
if the treaty was voided, it'd just be a bunch of chaos. Even though people don't follow it
Absolutely.
now.
Yeah, I would have to. Well, some people do, but if,
Yeah.
anything that
Chester's
happened, it wouldn't be
completely
full
right.
war and people just be like, fuck it, it's gone now. Let's just destroy the world.
yeah.
He's completely right. If you can void the treaty, everything we just signed is completely pointless.
Everything that's been signed will be completely pointless. There would be no order.
I was like, well, fuck everything else we did
Fuck
and
it,
everything
let's
after.
start a raid and kill them all.
And that's where dragons just be like, the full war? Finally.
It's like, oh, fuck this shit. Let's go. Hold my beer.
Let's see. Crossbloods must carry one tradition to the future generations.
So it's just saying that at least, one tradition has to be carried on.
Yep.
Right.
Agree.
I'd agree.
Degree? Agree.
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 Draconic ancestors must respect elvish blood if they walk freely in neutral settlements. Neutral settlements would be, if we're going to old, Emberlight was a neutral ground. That's where dragonborns or crossbloods and stuff like that could walk freely.
Right.
So that was a place like that.
Guardian of the Cosmos.
I agree.
Silverfall was another neutral city. So that was that. Neutral settlements are fairgrounds for war, but dead must be returned back to their natural home.
think if the settlements were neutral, I do not think war should be allowed there. So I guess I would disagree. This is like a mixed up.
Disagree.
If you disagree with it, that would just basically saying that neutral settlements are not fair grounds.
Gotcha. Yep. I disagree with the statements.
Okay. 29. Ancestors must revise treaty to agree and disagree for future generations.
So if we disagree right now, no one else will ever have to do this ever again.
Technically, yes. But then again, by the time the treaty fades out and loses its, like, old and new generations come, this will be, who knows what happens after.
All right.
Agree.
So we're agreeing it can be changed in the future.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if we disagree, we make it so that it can never be changed until it fades out of existence.
Pretty much. So whatever, you guys will be the last ones to have answers in this, if it would be left to be.
I will agree as well. I like your.
And 30 is, if either side spills blood, they must not display it as a trophy.
So if I killed a elf per se,
Yeah,
I
you can't just,
display it, and vice
yeah.
versa.
Can't
But
just
if I
wear
kill-
its skulls. Or...
I kill a dragon though. I'm allowed.
Well, that's your own race. That's just you murdering, but it's okay.
I'm just making sure I don't agree to something. I start breaking some shit. Cause you cough, Wyvern helmet.
No, they're saying.
And your
But you
shield.
didn't kill that.
Oh yeah.
What? Yeah, Draconic Bloodline can't kill Evish off and just wear their skulls or what have you around, and Elvish can't just be like, I'm just gonna put this dragon helmet on.
You know what? I'm gonna rebuild a dragon in my home.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Different dragons.
Shall we keep this as agree? I mean, I don't plan
I
on.
don't know, man. It sounds pretty cool. You know. I mean, what do you get? You get like elf ears. What do I get? I get dragon bone. Like,
But if you're making armor out of it, if you make armor out of it, it's not technically counted as displaying as a trophy. Now, if you was like made you like a vibrant fucking dragon helmet.
No.
Kill
Like, I want
this
to collect
dragon
the
with my
bones.
back.
I want to collect all the bones of a dragon and then rebuild it like a prehistoric.
Stick it right in the
picture.
middle of a city.
like a museum and just hang it from.
Yeah.
Nice.
That'd be kind of
Yeah.
sick, though.
What,
It
right?
was so and so,
I
and he
don't
was kind of a little bitch.
Kind of a bitch.
So, is this a you keep it in agree or disagree?
Ah.
This is. I feel like this is the hardest one.
Gotta save the best for last.
I mean, I don't plan on showing off any trophies, so I'm going to say agree.
Solon, on the other hand, how do you feel?
I'll agree.
You gonna agree?
Yeah.
The disappointment in your voice.
You could have let it fall to the party, but
I do. Actually, you know what? Yeah, fuck it. I disagree.
well then, it falls to the party.
What's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
Damn it.
How you doing, Nix? I see you're over there enjoying your ducky sockies.
I mean, I'll agree.
I wish I had a pair. Sorry.
I'm agreeing.
But, like, a monument
You want my ducky
of dragon
socks?
bones.
But you can do that yourself. This is just between them two.
Yeah.
Oh, true. Never mind. Yeah, agree. I can do it myself anyways. It's fine.
Yeah, you guys are
Don't worry,
Elvish
Solon.
blood.
I'll
We're
help you
just going
dream.
to be the fucking tiebreakers.
God damn it.
Nyx is just mumbling about politics, and then she's like, "I'm glad this isn't
Listen,
me."
we have to deal with Stellar, who's literally using people as trophies.
Yeah.
And shit. Yeah.
Fair enough, fair enough.
All right. So when that concludes the treaty, there are. The next page folds over, and when it does, there are just a list of names, from Elvish names to Draconic names. Some of them, you guys will notice. One of them is a Ross, but it's a bloodline to Aaron, an ancestor. Another one of them, you see multiple pieces. Talon and Fang was here at one time. But as the treaty kind of goes on with different names, there's a section that then opens up that's completely blank. And the figure that's above you will look at you and say, then seal it for the future to come.
Correct. Fafnir will sign his name. Fafnir Whitestorm.
Oh man, I love that I get to sign Solon Trick Flip into this treaty. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 would do again.
I hate this treaty. I don't want to answer these questions. I get to sign my name?
What?
Oh,
Wait.
God.
Trick Flip legacy
It's
lives
worth
on.
it.
Fuck, you should have said this in the beginning.
All right, so
Beautiful.
when your name finishes and your signature is in place, the book will close shut and it will seem as if it locks itself into place. The figure above you will look to both of you and say, you are now in charge of making sure this treaty stays true. Spread the word. Your children's children's children should come back here and revise it. Or, if you feel like your name no longer carries weight, give it to others who believe their bloodline is shared among the ancient elves and draconic line. They only must be an ancestor, a newer generation of your line. But no one comes. The new folks that were ancient ancestors will come and revise it. And however it changes will be in their hands. So if you wish to make this stay true along your bloodline, let your generations forward know of their duty. And you will see the talon and the smooth hand of the elder side will kind of place on them together, and you will see the handprints imprinted into the book. Let's see. Then leave this place. Your duty here is finished. And you'll see the statues kind of dim out, and the cold chill feeling that's in this chamber will fade. And it just feels plain. Do you guys leave?
So don't know. I don't. Is there anything else left in here for us? I don't know.
Nope. There's nothing else in this chamber besides this.
I mean, I guess we have everything that we agreed to essentially, and we can spread it out on our own accord, right?
Yeah, or you can tell people the place, and they can technically come and view the treaty. But no one can officially edit
Change it.
the treaty unless they're of the descent.
Got it. So, unless Solon and Fafnir reproduce, got it.
One's like, bye.
Well, it's if you guys reproduce. If not, and generations go forward, then someone of another elvish family or ancient dragon descent will come along and change this. All right.
But for now, no.
For now. There are some things that's going to.
All right. Officers not being forced to reproduce just yet.
As you guys step outside.
God damn it, we're gonna get him someday, though.
As soon as you guys step outside, you see a massive shadow blast across the sky. And it almost seems like the sky goes dark. And you can hear this rattling, earth-shaking roar that takes the ground. And then standing before you as it kind of hits the ground at a very dangerous speed, you can feel the ground kind of shake under your feet as this massive, tall dragon that seems to be brown with veins of black decorate down its body. As it steps closer and closer to you, you guys can start seeing this is what used to be some old earth dragon. If you guys want to know which one this is Obsidian, or Quake was his old name. It stands before you, and before this dragon can even get a chance to kind of speak in its native tongue, the draconic words, before it even leaves its lips, you see another shadow. The sky, the sun seems to go almost dark. And Baffy, you will feel a presence as if it's a chill through your body. And as Quake kind of steps a couple steps closer to you guys, you can see him rearing back, charging this heavy, shadow-like breath. He is taken off of his feet and rolled almost 60 to 70 feet as Talon takes his place. And you can see this Quake responding and regains his footing, and they just completely go at it. As Talon almost doubles Quake's size.
It's a big motherfucker.
You guys are stuck in the middle of this.
Nice.
At any point, these dragons could fall, roll, or even step on you guys.
Quick feet.
As you guys are moving, got you. As you guys are moving, this is going to be a series of checks. Oh, checks or saves. And until you guys can get into a safe place.
This sounds fun, but not
Somebody
fun.
carry me.
Well,
Just jump onto Nara's shoulder. You can make it that high, right?
This is that part in most like video games where it's that quick time moment.
Wait, what's happening? Oh no.
James.
Oh no, I walked away during the quick time event. Fuck. Every goddamn time with the fucking quick time event.
All right.
It's always the fucking
So this
events.
is a series of checks and saves. As these dragons go back and forth with each other, this tense fight of combat seems to go back and forth, and then I need you guys to give me a deck save.
all right. If we're 10 feet in between, add 4 to it, guys. Can we bless ourselves?
Oh, you don't got any time.
Okay.
Damn,
Quick time
Anya.
events.
Whoa, the Bogdo.
Well, you hopped on the wrong shoulder, Poppy.
Listen,
I'm gonna shoulder.
She set up.
yeah,
She's like, I'm
Anara
like,
is never good at deck save, so
I got
It's
13 plus 4.
fine.
What's that? I'm bad at math.
it's
Someone-
17.
17.
Someone pick up an arrow.
Where's Kurt?
Where's
All right.
Carby?
died.
As you see Quake get slammed to the ground, he slides. When he does, you guys see this massive black dragon come sliding in your direction. You guys majority of you quickly get out of the way, taking cover just enough closer to the cavern of the Conclave. Anera, you're just a little slow in your feet, and one of the horns of obsidian clips you, and you take 5 points of damage, and it knocks you prone, and you slide just out of the way. You see Talon kind of move, and he's rearing back a breath attack.
Oh, shit.
As this massive dark fire energy seems to charge in his mouth, you guys are in the way of it, just as Quake is. Quake goes to restable himself. Obsidian's restable himself on the ground, just getting himself to his footing, and this blast of hot energy comes flying in your direction. As you guys quickly try to move out of the way of this, give me another deck save.
Fucking deck saves. Alright, nice.
Did I just roll the same
20.
thing again?
Alright.
Let's go.
Eric got a 14 this time.
Did I? Let's
Jesus Christ, Anera.
yeah. I rolled this week.
It's my weakness. At least it's not a negative fucking modifier anymore.
Facts.
Yeah, yeah,
It could be so much worse.
yeah, if that matters.
What is it?
She
16?
gets 14.
14, okay, yeah, that still
Yeah.
fell.
Yeah.
So anybody at 18 or below will get a good chunk of this blow, I mean a good chunk of this damage. You'll take the full damage if you
No.
get...
The only person who takes full damage is Anera, because the 4.
Okay, yeah. But I'm saying, like, if you fall under that, so Nara would be the only one that takes the full damage. The rest of you guys will take half of the fire.
Well, I take a quarter.
I also take a quarter.
So that's 19 for half.
Actually, I think I only take half too.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
Because I'm
fire, so
resistant to fire.
it's all fire damage.
Wait.
9.
So you guys take half if you made the save.
Okay. So quarter damage.
Half
I
is
use
18.
absorb elements. Can I
Yeah.
take
Yeah.
a quarter?
Was it cast as a reaction?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
When this massive heat wave slams into obsidian, you will see some of the scales become charred and turn to ash. And Quake kind of rears back. This massive shadowy blast takes hold in his mouth. And it sends this huge ball towards Talon. And when it hits Talon, it seems like a massive force wave pushes off. I need all strength saves.
Yeah, strength save, fun stuff. Fucking Nick,
Oh,
let's go.
Is it
Hell
possible to
yeah!
help Poppy in this
I'm
moment?
gonna wait till I do it last.
Is it possible to help her?
I mean, she got
Just
some
throw
help.
her in your pocket. Just throw her in your
Oh, she got the
pocket.
19.
For me,
Yeah.
that's really high.
It's really high.
Look,
Oh fuck it!
Oh,
I
yeah, we
saw
got
a
that
roll and
plus
I was like,
four.
fuck it, let's go
Okay.
then.
And you
So,
see,
no.
there's a +4, right?
Yeah, so no one rolled below
My-
the 19. It's 19's
my
the
plus-
lowest.
My plus is supposed to be +5. It just fucking cancels the 2 out.
Got you.
Just fast, it's
Fix
plus
your
1 I
thing,
have.
because I don't know why it's doing that.
This massive force wave blasts as if it's just a concussion. It sends Talon about 10 to 15 feet backwards. But as you guys catch the concussion wave, you hold ground as anybody that rolled under 18, I don't think anybody did.
No.
Yeah, if you guys rolled under 18, you would have been blasted back and knocked prone. But since someone did, you guys hold ground and wait, ready to move again. Talon kind of regains his footing, and you can see these massive wings take hold of his body, and he uses it to propel himself forward. And when he does, you guys are just slightly in the way of this. You guys can all make dex saves, but at advantage this time. As you guys have
Said
kept
dex
your footing.
saves at advantage.
Dex saves at advantage because you got your footing.
Thanks,
Yay.
Sam.
You're welcome. You just have to type in the number. You don't have to type in plus.
Ah, look at that.
Oh, I had
29.
That
Dex.
last time.
Let's
Okay,
go.
so I take the 19 plus 4, so 23.
Yeah. Nix, you can roll it one more. We have advantage. Okay. So 15's your
thank God.
highest.
Oh no, I don't know why I rolled twice.
Yeah, I don't know. And then 16.
16.
Anyone got under 18? Just Nixon.
Hold
I
on.
didn't roll yet.
What was happening again?
Uh,
Save.
Yeah, I missed
Talon
it.
charged
Dex saves with
forwards,
advantage?
and you guys are just in the way of his body.
With advantage.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
okay.
You have advantage as a dex save for it.
Good thing you had. Oh.
Oh,
The Nyx and an era.
Nick, Lanera, and actually Ogdo.
So 19 and below. 19 and below.
Yeah.
You guys take 10 points of damage, and you are knocked prone. This is for bludgeoning damage, so if you have any resistances to that, take half, but this is bludgeoning damage.
so I wouldn't because I'm at 19 plus the 4, right?
Yeah, you'd be fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to put that on my. I would say put it on my sheet, but I don't actually know if I can because I'm on beyond 20.
As the few of you get knocked prone and damaged by his massive scale body slamming into you, you can see these two dragons kind of neck and neck with each other. Even with Talon being two sizes bigger than Obsidian, his body seems to be almost impenetrable to Talon's attacks. It's so strong. Talon kind of gets the upper hand and rolls Quake to his back. And you can hear this cracking of bone as his wings and stuff break. And Talon kind of places his claw over top of his chest, and it exposing the less defended stomach of Quake. And he'll kind of dig this claw deep into his chest, and you'll see this massive charge of fire energy in his mouth. And as soon as he gets a nice gash across Quake's gut, he just fills it with fire. You can see this massive smoke roar out of his gut and his mouth as he chars his organs inside.
Oh.
And Talon will kind of come down and then making sure Quake is not going to be able to come back. He opens his jaws and completely rips the rest of the throat out of Quake. And as it's holding and dripping from his mouth, you can see this dragon, this massive dragon, colossal in size, kind of turn his head slowly. And his attention seems to set right dead on you guys.
What's up, bro?
Did you say Talon was the smaller of the two?
No, he's the bigger of the two.
Okay, he was the bigger of the two.
He's elder.
Talon's like the big daddy of all dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You will.
As Talon kind of turns,
He's my uncle. Daddy.
his head kind of goes just a bit lower, still towering over you guys. And this deep draconic voice will erupt. And his gaze sets forth onto Faffy.
That be me, yo.
And he'll say,
The fuck you doing?
"You emerge from the Conclave, an ancient order that has had such a desire to have a control, a way, but now we take hold of a new, forge our own path, a new war. I will take the throne and repraise my brother's rule. Dragonkin, do not stand in my way. My brother resides in you. But I know you bent your knee to the traitor.
Rip.
For your own selfish life, unless you feel daring to prove what I know to be true, false, you are no longer my kin. Until you prove valor in the Scaleborn name." And he'll kind of let out this huff, and you can feel this dark, almost fire kind of hit your body, as if you're standing way too close to like a really hot bonfire. You can feel it on your scales, you can feel it on your skin for the others. And you can feel as if it gives you this slight singe of burn across your body. And to look towards back towards Quake that lays in the ground. And back towards you, and he says, "I go for Zone next. I will kill every dragon in my way. I do not care whose blood they follow. I do not care if they believed in the old rule. This is a new war, and Nesserus will be claimed by the dragons. So, take this as your only warning." And he takes a few steps back and kind of picks up Quake with his mouth and takes flight, carrying it as if Quake never weighed anything. As he takes to the sky and disappears out of your sight. Baff, you can feel this voice that kind of takes hold in your mind as Fang kind of speaks up through the echo. Say, "It's changed. Used to be the quiet of us. If he forges this new war, Nesserus will not be able to hold again.
Is that my cue to talk?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure, as you know, with my rebellion with you, I just cannot let that happen. Nestris is my home. We have a kingdom that we are building, and if Talon, though he be my uncle, I cannot let him destroy Thalia. So whether it be myself or with my party, I will have to find a way to stop this.
Corruption has bled into his mind. He believes that this new power that he has will take a hold into a new legacy. You must forge an army, be it dragons or people. So will be a challenge by itself, but if Talon is going to fight the traitor, as dishonorably as it sounds, enable for Nethris to stand a chance, you must take them both when they're weak. It will be bloody. There will be lives lost. But either way, someone with new views must take that new place. Someone without corruption and no blood.
Well, I don't see anybody not being corrupted, and I fear I will have to be the one to end this all and take the throne.
Fang will kind of speak up one last time and will say, you need to find your honor. Repraise your name. Prove to talent that you're a force to be reckoned with. This is out of my hands now.
Understood.
He says there's another way. You feel overwhelmed.
What is this way?
I don't like this just as much as the others. But you can revivify Tempest.
Is he not just as bad?
It would give you an army of a chance. His views may be just a big surge, but he has blood that needs to be settled between the family.
I just feel that even if he takes them on and kills them, he might be just as chaotic. And we would just have to take him on then, especially with him rivaling strength.
Tempest will not be at full power if you bring him back. You're bringing him back, it's as if he was bringing me back from an essence. He would be comparable to them, but would be would be a force, as if you brought an army with you. Sometimes you have to align with the opposite force to take on more defying foes.
But do you think he would follow me?
I can't say. I can't say if he won't turn on you at all. But of a fighting chance, he would be an easier to take on than taking on two strong dragons.
As much as I hate to agree with you, you might be right, but this is a big decision, especially with what I know Tempest is capable of.
The choice is yours. I have no control over it anymore. I just gotta sit back and watch everything that I had in place unfold.
I see. Thank you. That is more than you've given me than in the past year, besides drink blood to get stronger.
It was not wrong.
I cannot disagree with you there either. I have gotten slightly stronger.
You will see when you would hear the kind of the voice will kind of slowly fade out in the presence of Fang. Kind of dim like a light. And all of you guys are left standing just outside the conclave. Charred walls of where the conclave sits and blood, large pools of blood, black blood, seem to cover a good chunk of the area around you. There is some scales that have been knocked off from both sides. One from Quake and one from Talon. These are darkened, corrupted. The ground has its dents and its craters of where these massive dragons slammed into it. What do you guys want to do now?
So I'm assuming the blood's corrupted, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm not drinking that. As much as I
We
want
collect it for
Yeah, but
any potions
but
or poisons.
I guess Fafnir,
Probably. We probably should do that, huh?
but I do want to collect the scale.
If you
then.
want to.
You want to touch them?
Yeah, but I obviously Fafnir at this point knows shit happens when he touches scales. So could he bless himself before he touches these fucking scales? Because he knows.
Yeah.
You killed Dad. How dare?
All right. What kind of save is it again? Wisdom, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay.
Which one are you touching first, though? Do you want Obsidian or Quake, or do you want Talon?
I mean, I have one of Talon's already, so I guess I would probably just go for his first.
You'll touch the other scale of Talons.
I fully enjoy the thought of Fafnir going to pick this up saying Gazoon tight and then he gets +4.
Oh my
10 out of 10.
I'm fucking dying over here.
When you touch this scale, go ahead and make me a wisdom save.
34.
34?
Yeah.
You feel the dark tension. It kind of locks your arms under the scale. You hold it. Your gaze passes into this deep feeling. You seem to hold true, kind of break your mind from this cloudiness. Something is clear. Something different. You smell sulfur. You smell there's smoke. There's a lot of smoke. Something's hot. It feels very hot on your body. As this vision becomes more and more clear, you can feel yourself as if you're binded. You can't move.
You're on fire.
When the cloudiness finally fades, you can see that you're in a place. You're shackled by these divine chains that seems to be crumping and bending your scales. You're weak as you're unable to keep fighting. You're feeling like your last breath is fading. The more you fight, the quicker death seems to be approaching. You have this deep burning anger that burns through you. Dreadful revenge seems to keeping you alive. And then, as if all the stars have aligned perfectly, the chains break free. You feel this anger finally become power. You take flight. You can feel yourself burning through the skies at speeds you never felt like you could go. You hear water. A large water. Smacking into the ground. You look down. You see a treacherous place below you. A massive volcano. This is different. This is not the place you know of Nesserus. As you're flying, you can feel yourself go up, and it feels like you're flying forever. Getting used to the wings, you're jagged in the air. And then you see it. Dreadhow breaks the cliffs. The Rosecroft waters set your gaze. But your vision seems to be set on one thing. As you're cutting through the air, you pass over top Emberlight. Not stopping. And in a quick descend, as if a hawk is catching prey, you seem to slam down into where the throne sits. You can see it. You can see this massive stone throne. You become face to face with Zoe. This anger inside you burns. You can feel it as if a new fire erupts. A deep passion of hate. But you see this golden black dragon that sits there, curled around it, and this prideful smile forms on his face. And all you hear before this vision pulls you out is, "I knew you was alive." And you come back to consciousness, you're still in your body. And you break from the scale. And finally, the trance kind of fades. What are you doing now?
Probably like just regathering myself and like essentially an oh shit moment, because from what I'm assuming that was Zoe talking to Talon, because of course Zoe fucking knows I'm alive, so
But
But-
yeah,
so
what's next?
time to touch the other scale.
Fly, you beautiful bitch, fly.
All right.
Away with you.
As you grab a hold of Quake Scale, or Obsidian in his darker, newer times, you take a hold of it. Go ahead and make me a wisdom save.
Okay. 32.
You touch it and you can feel the surge as if you were touching just like Talon Scale. It bleeds through you. This one's different. There's... You hear giggling as if something... It sounds like a child. Soon it turns to... more voices. And then finally, your vision starts breaking from this cloudiness and opens up. You can see children playing around you. It looks to be 6 or 7 of them. They just seem to be passing what looks to be like a leather ball. And they're giggling and having fun. You feel this sense of tiredness that falls over your body. You feel relaxed. You feel a hand press on your side for a second, and then as your gaze kind of slowly glides there, you see this tall figure, a man, and he seems to be adored in elvish armor in a way. And he runs his hand across your scales gracefully. And you hear this voice kind of break in Elvish. It'll say, Quake, we still got a bunch of rocks still to move. We know that these caves aren't going to clear themselves. Soon, once we get our resources we need, we will move on and bring them back to the tribe. And he'll kind of pat you. And you'll kind of feel this grudge as if you're pulling something. Something heavy. You kind of glance back and you feel a collar around you that has these tight chains as you're pulling them with might. You're seeing that you're pulling a bunch of stone through. But not just like normal stone. This stone feels different. It feels magic to it. And as you're pulling it, you feel like you've been pulling it for days. And you hear the Elvish man kind of speak up. He's a couple feet in front of you now. And he'll say, I know you're tired. We'll stop and rest soon. But right now, we still have 4 days travel till we get back. Don't worry. You'll be released from the collar and can rest soon. Just, I need you to pull it a little more. You seem to feel a sense of might kind of pulling off your tired body. And you seem to travel for a day. And finally, you can feel this release break from your neck. And the elvish man kind of seems to tap you. He'll say, go on. Stretch your wings. Get your legs going. And rest a little bit. The children are going to play. If you're here or not, you don't have to keep watching them. And they will kind of go to a fire that's near you. As you take to the skies, you kind of let it hit across your scales. It's soft. You can feel your body airless after pulling these chains for so long. But then it happens. You're taken out from the air and slammed into the ground. This black and gold seems to run across your eyes. This curling body seems to wrap around you like a constricting snake. And you will feel this bite kind of take hold of your body. And you will hear Zoe's voice break. That will say, we do not serve them. Your dragon blood, know your place. And this constricting bind seems to make you fade. You feel your body grow weak and tired from pulling for all this time. You can't fight back. And then it releases you. And he fades away into the sky. You're unable to move for a couple hours. Finally, you see the elven people that were near you kind of come to you. And they're freaking out, upset. They're trying to figure out what they can do to help. They quickly disperse and look for herbs around. You can feel something different in you. Something different in your blood. A piece of you that slowly grows. You enjoyed being around the elves. It was a different coming. It was not something that where it was. You must build a lair, you never felt home here. Until they took you in. Breaking away from all normal treaties you were told, trying to rebel away from the old times. You had a life. Even though you worked hard for it. And there was something peaceful about watching children play and giggle. It was like music, a sweet tune to you. But now it's anger. Hate burns in your veins. You feel hungry and stronger. As these elves try to patch you up where the bite mark dug deep into you and cracked your scales. Feel deep hate for them. Something changed. Their voice now is an annoyance. It's a ringing that you despise. As you hear that elvish man that was so sweet to you kind of reach up and he'll look you in the eye and he'll say, it's gonna be okay. We got the best medicine we could find. Your emotions go dark. You stare at him, knowing that this was the person that healed you when you was hurt before. Now, he just feels like an enemy. He feels like someone trying to harm you. Not wanting to be defenseless, you quickly react and attack. As you attack, you see shock rise up among the children and the people that are trying to aid you. You kind of work yourself to your feet. You must refill your hunger, your weakness of what you left. And these people are smarter than you. Weaker prey. So you must insert your dominus. And when you do, you strike down, you completely wipe this family, this grouping of elves that were protecting you and guiding you, using you like a work animal. And you take to the skies, heading to Draco Pass, where you can claim your new place. Where these elves, these dirty elves, will no longer touch you. Your scales turn black. You take up a new name, not wanting to be known by what the Elvins called you when they saw you. You're no longer the Groundbreaker. You're no longer their slaves. You become dark like fire. Cooled with rain. Obsidian is the name you take, and you will become the Reckoning. As you feel this new power, this newfound power take you back. As you finally start coming back out of this trance. Fades away slowly. And then all together. What are you doing then?
I kind of want to just, you know, just walk over to, you know, where Quake's body is with that kind of scene. Like,
Quake's body's not there.
oh, it's not?
No, Talon took it with him.
Oh. Dang. Okay. So I'll kind of just have a moment to myself then, and just kind of think, it's like, wow, I mean, well, basically Zoe's an asshole. We know that. But I'll just probably think on the treaty and you know, how, you know, dragons and, you know, like elves and stuff. I mean, it doesn't even have to be just elves. Can really coincide in how, you know, I really do want to stop Zoe now, seeing what he's doing, as we can live in peace, but there's just others continuing to corrupt everything because they don't want that peace. But yeah, I'm gonna take the scale.
Claim for the scales. Take them with you. As you guys begin to leave the outskirts of Draco Pass, you feel a presence. And right before you make it to the barrier, King's Brand. You see a dragon land. This dragon's different. His insides of his wings and his body seems to let off with a purple energy. This massive dragon stands before you, just behind you. You guys are about 100 feet from the barrier that you know will keep this dragon out. You could also, in speed, use your teleportation helm to leave. Or you can try and stand and fight this. It's a dragon dauntless. The chaos seems to see you as easy pickings. You guys can choose to fight. You guys can use the teleportation helm to avoid this entirely. Or you can try and rush to the barrier and just have to make a save for that.
You said this was fucking dauntless?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be here.
Is he posted?
Yeah, he's way up at the top under Zoe.
Oh. Where you at? Motherfucker? Oh, dauntless.
He's a fire in the laser.
Yeah, I see some.
Ooh.
He's so
He
fancy.
cool though.
Sorry, Fafnir's memorized.
If you use the helmet, you guys can teleport with no issue. If you want to rush towards the barrier of King's Brand, it will require a save for you guys to try and make it there. Or you can stand your ground and fight.
Nyx is a little bit sore.
Well, don't
I vote teleportation.
yeah, don't let me vote.
Run.
I'd probably try and recruit the motherfucker.
Run.
Yeah, I don't think you'd get that far.
Probably not.
Okay, so you guys want to teleport?
Yeah, a few people in chat saying teleport.
Teleport.
All right. Poppy, you rally them all together, and knowing your distance and knowing that the speed of teleport is going to be much faster, you guys gather around. And you can see this dragon kind of take off and rush towards you. This massive purpley black energy is charging as it's charging it up. And just as teleport happens, this purple blast slams into the barrier of King's Brand. And you guys teleport and vanish before it even touches you. The dragon himself seems to, at the speed it was going, slam into the barrier and kind of shrug it off and back up and kind of let out this growl of disappointment as it would take flight to beam back towards the pass to find something else to feast on today. As you guys go back, are you guys just going back to Thoya, or?
Whoa.
Whoa.
What was that?
That map.
That was the fight against
the Wendigo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was like a brief flash for me.
Yeah, that's because I don't want to drag all the way. So.
I'm assuming that's where we would have teleported.
Where? King's Brand?
No, Tholia.
Tholia?
Tholia.
Probably. Yeah.
As you guys return back to Tholia, everything seems to be quiet here. You guys do see Raven making the recruits run laps around Tholia.
That a girl. Running.
I'd
Where's
Yeah. I would probably tell everybody of what I saw too, like, because I just was kind of standing there, and they're probably, the fuck is going on with this dude? I mean,
No, no one
everybody's
was
actually
thinking
used
that,
to
I
it.
promise.
Actually,
Yeah.
no, everybody's used to it. We got some weird fucking shit. That
Maybe
goes on with us.
Malachi and Nyx, but everyone else was just kind of like waiting.
Oh, there he goes again.
Touch the scale.
It's up, touch the scale again. Must be having a vision.
It's like when Anara and Ogdo talk to nothing that's there. It's actually the
But,
deities.
yeah, but I would let everybody know, one, what I saw in the visions, and then two, what I talked with Bane
Yep.
as well. So I would make that all character knowledge as well, and kind of just say it's like I would rather not bring Tempest back, but it may be a plan. But there's also the plan of recruiting dragons. I know we have Stellar to deal with, but there will be Zoe as well, as we know. And I would also like to work towards that as well.
Just imagine if Friday's game never saved Talon, this would be a big change.
Yep, I'm not sure what would happen.
I'm sure a lot of things would have went a totally different way if we didn't save Talon.
Yeah. Man. Yeah. It affects the fight. It affects whether I was corrupted or not. I mean, it has its pros and cons.
Actions have consequences? What?
What?
Man, if you would have stayed corrupted, I probably would have locked you up.
Fucking hell! Oh.
Sorry, not sorry.
Ooh, that stings a little bit. But I mean, I kind
For
of
your own safety, of course.
Yeah, from harming myself, I guess.
Anything that I would do,
Yeah,
so
of course.
Yeah, I don't want to
Fucking Christ.
Do that or kill you.
yeah.
That'd be interesting. Fafnir against the party trying to fight just to stay alive, not even killed, just to stay alive. Fuck. Acting like the dragons did to my dad, just outcasting him. Fuck.
We're not-
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah. So yeah, Fafnir would just relay that and just speak to that. Whatever else.
Calm down, Kay.
What?
But
Why don't
yeah.
you go upstairs and get some breakfast? Daddy can get it for you. No, I'm busy right now.
But yeah.
Oh, Sky God, I want to speak to your manager.
I want to speak
Yeah,
to you.
Sky God. Who runs you?
But yeah.
Nobody. Maybe my kids.
Well, I'd like to speak to fucking V, please.
Haha, jokes on you. They're not here.
God damn it.
Where's the fight? But yeah. Yeah.
You guys can go and do. I can have solar ceremony happen. You guys can do that, or you guys can go and fight a lich. That could.
Well, I know he's avoiding the lich.
No,
and
I said what I said. I told him if we run out of time today, we can do it. Or
I mean, we
like
can
if the other stuff went by too fast.
do solar stuff too first.
Solar then Lich.
The lich might. Okay.
Solar ritual.
All right.
Forgetting about that ritual.
I don't. I just didn't ever know when was like a good time to do it. So
Then, Adara, you will get that Solon is coming to Thoria in the next 3 days. He wishes that you be with them to see this, but others can come too.
Yeah.
I would let Poppy know.
Okay.
And that'd be about and Solon, Poppy and Solon. And honestly, that'd be probably maybe Nyx too.
Awesome. Thank you
But
for
I
the
wouldn't really like go out of my way to tell everyone else. Only because it slightly doesn't concern them.
Okay. So Poppy, what are you doing with this information? Anything?
I'd probably go with her.
So in the next few days, the Solon will show up. Solar will show up.
Damn it, Solar.
Will show up at the Andoya. He will have his fiance with him, which is a Kalasar. And he'll say, they know I'm here. And if Azura wants to meet me here, and so be it. Wherever she takes me, I wish for you guys to be with me. But also, I do not wish for her to see this if it's something that will be a bit dark. I know how the gods work, and I have a feeling that if stripping me of that godlyhood, I don't think it would be for the faint of heart.
No, it definitely wouldn't.
So,
This is why I asked you if you were sure. So if you are, and you don't want her to see you in pain or agony or witness anything that could be bad for her, I would leave her behind.
with that being said, then is there a way she can stay here? However long this takes. And then we'll be on our way.
I would.
I don't see
I
why she
want-
wouldn't be able to.
I want to say yes, but we do deal with small threats and problems from Stellar from time to time.
I would take whatever consequence that fool has, but I feel of safe places. Instead of having her in a house or away from protection, this feels like one of the safer choices. And I'm already here, so.
She's able to stay, and I'll let the others know that she's here. Me? So that they can keep an eye on her. No,
Yes.
not you, Talia. Yes, you.
Yes, Talia.
Yes, you, 100%
The
you.
almighty
Of course,
protector of Thalia is Talia.
Yes. She's the tree that was planted.
So
So I'd let Fafnir and Ogdo and Kai know that Solar's fiance or wife, I'm not sure, is here in Thalia, and to keep an eye on her and make sure she stays safe.
With that being said,
Okay.
It'll take a day or two, but when nightfall comes, one of those nights, you will see Isabel will appear in the center of Thoria. And she will kind of see Tilia. And she'll kind of run her fingers across her. She'll say, Gods did do you well. Different than the old tree, but well. And then she'll seek out. Guys, you definitely will see Raven being cautious. So let's see here, kind of having the recruits, some of the recruits, keeping the city at a close flank. And this unknown guest. And she will seek out anyone that she can find to figure out where Solar is. So probably you'd probably get word of it first.
Probably. I'm assuming he would be with Anira.
I would take so.
All right,
so.
there's 3 of these. Did you say solar?
Solar.
Solar, yes.
Okay.
The sun god.
Okay.
So when you guys do meet up together, Isabel will see that you guys are choosing to go along. So, this ceremony is going to take place in Arcano's room. If you're not comfortable returning back there, I would not recommend you going. But if you are sure, then I will take us there. And you will hear Solar kind of speak up. I'll say, I'm sure, and I'm ready to get this over with, so I have that I wish to take with me to see the ceremony out. So I'm ready to get a move on. And he'll kind of stand near waiting kind of impatiently. Is it just Nara and Poppy going?
I think Solon was going to, and Cheryl wasn't here when I told her that. I told Nyx about the thing. So
What?
if she wants to come, she can come as well.
Sure. I represent the cosmos, I guess.
When you guys gathered together, Nyx, you missed it, but it's Isra that's there. You gather around and so kind of like snap her hand, and you guys, with what seems like a supremely unnatural teleportation, you will appear in Arcana as if your whole terrain just kind of flipped. You blinked and you were here. Inside, you could see the elf that you guys spoke with for Arcana, who's prepping what looks to be a side table with a bunch of different things. From herbs, you can smell weird dust in the air. And he'll motion towards where you guys saw the planets that were in the ground. They call out and say, "Come. You must kneel here." And then the ceremony could take place. For others that are with him, I would recommend staying back. This will be painful. This will be a bit dark, but I highly recommend you do not interfere, no matter what. This was a choice, and he wishes for this. And Ezreal kind of step back a few and kind of motion, keeping you guys ready so you don't go past her arms. She'll look to you and she'll say, "The ceremony first takes place by us revealing a true form. He was cursed to mortality, but his form still hides. He comes from the high heavens, is a god, regardless of a curse or not. We will strip him of his wings. We will strip him of his magical abilities, his divine intentions and interventions. And then we will erase him from history. Those that fall under his faith will feel faithless, but only for a time. They will find others. Once that's finished, we will bring back his memory of what he knows of from this place and his curse forward. As if it's a shroud. Lastly, any divine touch or faith or blessing that he gave will fade away. His connection to the moon god and to the god of war will break. But from here, we would just get to watch it all. Arcana does this performance. He'll make sure that he does not die. But he might wish he was. This is not something we do lightly. It's not something we choose to do ever. But if they are dead set that they do not wish to have any binding into the divines, then another way out can be performed. And you guys will see Arcana kind of place his hands on Solar's face. You know, be whispering something. And then I'll take his finger and dip it into what seems to be like a dust or some type of powder. And I'll run it across his face. And this weird glimmering purplish dust seems to be swiped across Solar's face. And Arcana will kind of call out and say, "Now we get to see your true form." Now step back and he'll grab a hold of what looks to be a large bowl. And he'll place his hand in it, and you can hear and see an incantation that kind of touches his lips. Finally, he'll take the big bowl and, as if he's getting a bunch of powder, as if it's flour, just throws it onto Solar. You can see this bright light seems to slowly starts breaking through. Wings, 4 sets of wings, seems to break from his body, his back. They seem to be limp and long, underdued and unused. And finally, see this bright light of oranges and reds starting to cover his body. These adored robes seems to run across. The tiefling figure that you saw seems to slowly fade away. And you can see Solon kind of fall to all fours, as if he's trying to hold up a weight, but yet it's not strong enough to do. And he keeps trying to force himself back to a more upright position, but there's this feeling of like heavy stones seems to be on his body. You will see Arcana kind of lift up one of these wings that's limped weaknesses. You do not have the strength that you used to. You are not as strong. This mortar form will slowly be crushed under the weight that you carry. Keep fighting it. Soon you'll be relieved. He grabs a hold of one of the wings and pulls out a blade. And there he will begin stripping the wings of Solar. These orangish feathers begin to slowly fall to the ground. And each time you will hear this crack as if these bones on this would be breaking enough so it can cut the rest of the flesh from it. You will hear screams of pain, but yet he will seem slowly trying to start regaining his form of getting back up into a more straight sitting position. As if these heavy stones that would be crushing him under the weight slowly lifted and removed. Arcana grabs another bowl. You can hear a splooshing sound. This is liquid. Say, now we'll cleanse him. Gotcha. And then he splashes him, and it seems like it's just water. As his tiefling form slowly starts coming back, as if a new skin is applied. Finally, kind of walks over and places both hands across his head, across his face, and holds it into his hands. Say, now that those are gone, I must strip you of your mind and worldly eye. And he'll take his thumbs and seem like they press into his forehead. And you can feel Solar's body kind of going into a more of a limp state, a more fragile state. Lastly, he finishes that, and then he'll take a liquidy like alchemy mix and lift Solar's head up and place it into his mouth for him to drink it. When he does, you can see a lot of distaste on Solar's face. And he kind of falls to his back, slightly choking on the liquid. Finally, kind of looks over him, say, now for the final piece. We will keep your memory of what you know from their time as a mortal. Every time forward, everything that's happened in the past, you must either reread or learn from books or scriptures. You will have no recollection of them. and he will cast a more weird reformed ability of modify memory. Clearing his mind of everything that's happened, to letting his current memories hold. We'll let him lay there. So Krona kind of dusts him with like a just trace of what almost looks like gem powder. And we'll kneel down to him and say, the pain is going to slowly drain you from your consciousness. When you awake, you'll be different. You will feel weaker, but different. Just know that when my memory of me fades, and the memory of the mother, just know that it has been a wonder. Your light kept Nesserus alive for so long. Now something new must. And kind of place his hand over Solar's eyes, and slowly let his heavy eyes kind of fade and close. It's now sleep now. I'll be back in a bed soon. Once the ceremony finishes, Ezra will look to you guys, the ones that came with. She'll say, take him back to wherever. Let him rest. It may be a couple days. When he awakes, he may be confused. He may be weak, very weak. But it will slowly come back. And when it does, I'm sure it'll be on its way afterwards. But until then, you may require some aid. And she'll kind of pull him over to where you guys are gathered at, and then teleport you back to Doya. And when you guys all get back there, she'll look to all of you and say, move with haste. Soon the calling will be upon Nesserus. And then she'll vanish. With just those words. And Solar's body is just kind of there. It looks almost dead, but barely breathing. What do you guys want to do?
I guess with Solin's help, probably
Yo.
situate Solar and then get his lady friend or whatever
It's fiance, yeah.
and tell her kind of what we were told, just like he's gonna be weak and stuff and may need a lot of help, and that they're free to stay here until they feel like they're able to leave.
So yeah. Alright, she will kind of give you a nod, a nod, and she definitely has a lot of worry on her face. And she'll kind of ask you, she'll say, he's not gonna die, is he?
No, I don't think so.
And she'll kind of get him situated in a bed and just kind of sit there beside it, just in case. And whenever he wakes up, she'll be there. So, that now brings us to are you guys ready enough to fight a lich? Do you want to fight the lich?
Are we?
Do you want to have time to prepare to fight a lich?
You said we need, or what would be useful is necrotic resistant potions, right?
Yep.
Well, we all have some. I think Viking is broken. Oh, nope. You just have a
I'm
constant rank for
broken?
me.
Yeah, it's because I have push to talk. How dare I have push to talk when I stream?
But, I don't know. Never fought one before.
If you don't feel like you're ready, then we don't have to do it.
I mean, we wouldn't know if we're ready.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, even player wise, I don't know if we're ready.
up to you guys.
I know we won't have decay.
If there's something else on your task board that you want to get done, and you don't feel comfortable in yet battling a lich, then we don't have to. I know
What
you
else
said.
do we have, though?
I
I
have no idea.
don't know what else you guys have on side quest, whatever left.
Uh,
But I know that.
Any dragons to recruit? I don't know.
Not particularly. Well, there's some in non-inviting ways, but I mean, you guys gotta go there. The lich too.
I mean, I'm not against doing it. It's up to everyone else. Mostly the tanks.
Fighting. We're
I'm
deciding
definitely
whether or
going.
not we're deciding whether or not we're gonna fight a lich for something for Poppy. For yeah.
I need some love because I'm only at 29 health.
Well, you should
No,
rest.
you would have been
would,
all the way back.
yeah.
Yeah. Rest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I have a natural resistance to magical resistance on necrotic now.
You're talking about something that has.
He also, liches also have like disintegrate.
Yep.
And
Finger of death.
Very, 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 very,
Oh,
very,
yeah.
very strong.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know.
Just up to you guys. If you guys want the extra time to prepare, I don't. That's fine. If not, I have an NPC that can show up in Thoya. If you guys want to deal with that, But if we do the NPC, it'd just be mostly just social stuff, and
Oh.
we kind of won't have a lot of time to run a Lich Fight. So if there's a side preparation you guys want to do, we can do that after that.
I mean,
But the question is making you guys feel comfortable enough to feel like you're gonna fight, because this is an old Lich. And
oh yeah.
you guys are down 1, but just want you guys to feel comfortable in your characters for a Lich if you really want to do that. So if you want time to do that and prepare for that, you can, just in case. Because, yeah,
I just don't know what to prepare.
Yeah.
well, you guys can dig into that. You guys can go and look into readings and stuff about Liches. Or old and dead, and that could give you maybe an insight, or even seek out people that's probably faced one. I mean, you guys did know some old adventurers and stuff like that. That could always be something that's like an experience
Could
thing.
we ask the ghosty boy that lives in the mansion in
Oh.
in Emberlight?
No. No.
Would he know some things?
Not
Fuck
really
him.
about liches, no. He wishes he was a lich.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Disintegration is a dangerous spell, and if it hits you and it does enough damage to drop you to 0 hit points, there is
Doesn't it
no.
auto kill you?
Yeah, there is no
Yeah.
death save.
Oh,
It
God.
is. You turn to ash. And I know we have the big fight coming up in December. That's why I was just want to make sure you guys get comfortable enough to feel like you want to take that on instead of trying to feel uncomfortable going in there and then not really confident, and it could probably end bad.
That's fine. So we should probably try and prep more first. At least get more intel on them.
We'll also have our full party.
Yeah.
We don't leave.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that he left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that works for me.
Okay, then I can do the fun little NPC. If you guys are ready for that.
I'll put it over in the chat. The session for the 21st, I won't be here. I probably won't be in any shape.
That should be what, next sessions? No, wait. It's next sessions. Well, do we have a session on 21st?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's the
Decay.
next master session.
Yeah, that's the next.
I'm making Decay be here, but I probably will be in no shape.
Okay, so you guys would be just down 1 like you would be down. Well, if you guys get prepared, then it should be fine if you're down 1. If you guys prepare. Or get information on, then it should be alright. With that being said, do you guys want to meet the NPC that's gonna come in, Natalia?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Sure.
Gotta love the laugh.
So, in an evening, in Thoya. All things have been seem to be pretty quiet. Nothing eventful has been happening. A tall and very beautiful white horse comes trotting into Thoya. Aboard it is a tiefling man. And he's kind of been looking around the city. Those of you who are outside will instantly recognize who this is.
Who is it?
This is Tiberius, who
Yeah.
has
Oh,
popped
yeah.
in.
Fucking goddamn it! I knew it.
Coming to check out the city after he spoke with Poppy at the auctioning at the inn in Bronze Hollow. And he's just here to check things out. He was kind of bored and in the area, so he's trotting in. He's just inspecting per se. What do you guys want to do?
Fly down and
Attack.
approach. What?
No.
I wasn't gonna attack. I was just gonna fly down and then just land in front of him.
When you land in front of him, he'll kind of let off a smirk at him. So you couldn't do very good on the ground, and now you take to the skies? Man. You'll do even worse up there. Anyway, where's the mouse at? That's what I'm looking for.
I'm sure she's around with the recruits for our guard.
I'm probably in my house.
Oh, in the house.
So he'll
It's
kind of...
night.
Oh,
That's
it's
the guy that
evening.
like killed
I
your
didn't
dad.
think she'd be in there
It
yet.
is, yeah.
Kick him in the
attack.
shin.
Hey.
When, as you stand in front of him, he'll say, so, you're gonna be a good dragonborn, go get her. Is this like what hosts do? Or am I supposed to go get her?
Fuck.
I mean, we got sending stones, so
Yeah, you could literally just take out your sending stone.
Yeah,
Like, hey, you
Yeah.
got a visitor.
yeah, no. Fafnir will probably scuff a little bit, and yeah, he'll take out a sending stone and reach out to Poppy.
All right, I'm coming.
Bold. When you see the beers is here, Poppy, he'll kind of see and he'll see that Faffy's kind of standing here and says, you know I'm not gonna walk around you, right? You know, you should be just like what dragons do, they just are in the way.
I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna stand right where I am. I don't give a fuck. I'm not trying to be necessarily hostile, but obviously you need to cut my fucking dad. So I'm not even gonna fucking react to him. I'm just gonna stand there.
Solon's on a roof somewhere, just pointing his fucking bow at him. Like,
He'll kind of look at you and he'll say, you know, this is not how you should treat people. You're just terrible at this whole guest service thing. I've been in like slum establishments, and they're a bit more curious than you are. Just a sidestep, like just a few inches, and I could get by.
Faffy's gonna have a hatred for horses pretty soon. Way.
I'm just gonna say, if you say please, I will.
Wait, you got in my way and then want me to...
But you asked me
You'll
to
hear
reach
Solon
out to
yell,
someone,
just say yes!
so
Fine. I will swoop to your dragon hospitality. And then he'll say, could you please... And then as soon as he tries to say he's popping, goes, hey!
fuck yeah.
Can you,
Can I what?
He's in the way.
Faffy, can you move, please?
Fafnir hears Poppy, and he'll kindly move aside.
Wow. Rude. And he'll kind of trot up in Poppy's direction. And he'll say, I've come for a tour. Just curious. Bored. Mostly bored.
Alright. I mean, there's not much here right now.
Hmm.
We've kind of had some unexpected events happen as of late. Well, more expected, but
Wonderful. So that means we can have story time over tea.
sure.
Well
Give me
then,
tea.
where do we start on this lovely tour? Is this something you give everybody? Give me the full thing you give guests when they show up here.
I'm sorry.
Oh man, where do I begin? There's so much here.
We just give him the stellar.
Give him the.
I read my mind.
You know what? I'm just gonna stand where I am and point in directions.
Wonderful.
I'm gonna say,
I fucking love
over
it.
there's the guild hall, over there's some traders, over there is my royal house, and then on the outskirts that way there's a tavern. That's about it.
Okay, this is a new way of.
Oh wait, oh fuck, there's the I forget that
The titmouse.
Cyrus's building is.
Yes.
And the temple
Yeah, in the temple.
is slowly coming together.
This is a new way to be addressed and shown the city, but
Listen, it's late.
Late.
But
I was putting my goblin child to bed. Got interrupted.
I
A
have
lot of us
been
want to kill you.
treated
Like
worse.
2 of you want to kill him.
But
I
Only
don't
because
need
you
to.
threatened us.
I mean, I'm sure we can get Ogdo in. He likes to fight.
I don't threat. I promise. Thank you.
Well, your promises are threatening.
he'll kind of look at each place and say, definitely needs a lot of cleaning up. There's any guards?
I've no shit start a fight.
Oh yes.
Okay.
They're mostly in training at the moment.
Is there,
The trainer's pretty picky.
is there no like bakery here or specialty foods?
Go to fucking tavern.
Arrow lands by his foot with a note tied to it that just says "fuck you."
Hospitality is a thing.
There is no baker yet. No. Fuck. Okay.
He'll kind of like
What the fuck? I can't handle chat.
I
was
would
gonna
do.
say I know a place that like you could get a meal, but
okay, let's bring our lovely guests as he kind of looks to the party and even the angry ones. And he'll say, let's gather our guests and go eat a meal, and then maybe we can discuss at least a specialty restaurant here. It's empty. I'm going to be honest. It's empty.
hey, but yeah, it's only been a few months. I'm working with the funds I have. I'm sorry.
Is this why you were stealing?
Well, I did that anyways.
I love it.
Hold on.
On a real level.
I'm just gonna pretend like Anar is not near them at all. Because I was gonna be like, you were stealing?
A queen that lives like a lowlife. We really need to fix this.
Oh God, what have you done, Poppy?
I have brought myself entertainment.
Fucking for real.
I'll take him to the tavern and I'll kind of like ask Indigo for like a nice meal.
He'll kind of look at you. You brought the Dragonborn. He thinks that I don't serve that.
Give him. I don't know.
We'll give him the piss ale and just serve
No.
everyone else good stuff.
No, because it seems like you need to make an impression. Let me hold on. Let me go get some folks and. Well,
If you want, we can leave him up here. I'll go downstairs.
You want? We could slit his throat and then hide him in the cellar.
Solon?
We're talking about the Dragonborn right now. If you want to do that to him,
take him out early.
Y'all won't
We're
even
still
give
in
me
murder
good
land.
alcohol. That's rude.
He'll say, "Okay, let me go get some wine, and I will go have some food made and brought it up. But just make sure you tell it Dragonborn this is the only time this happens."
Gosh damn it.
It was specially imported for this exact situation.
Look, I need to Roland to start getting his shit up and running,
Right.
man, because I need some good alcohol.
yeah, Diesel, and where's your brewery?
Fuck.
Brewery.
So he'll
Peter.
go downstairs, and you'll see Maldor kind of sitting at the counter, looking, and just say, "That's a rich man. Is this like a king and queen
Oh,
thing?"
no.
Fuck. I'm gonna put my hand up to my throat and like, no.
Ooh, that's like marriage in the roadie. But it's okay. I said I don't judge you. This is
Strictly business. Strictly business.
and our idea of business could be totally different. I mean, have you not seen a brothel? That's their business. This could be, business.
Mordor, if you don't shut the fuck up.
He's like, what?
Faulkner's just
my
trying
God.
I
to
will be
go
right
wild.
here if you need me.
Okay.
And as you go back and sit, he'll kind of lay a stack of platinum on the table, probably 100 to 120 on the table, and he'll say, that should cover a meal. Wait, this isn't right. He'll take a few platinum off of it and stick it back into a pouch. It's an establishment, but I don't think it's that fancy of an establishment.
Oh, it has its quirks. You'd be surprised.
Oh, I'm sure. And you kind of look around. I bet it's lovely in the evenings. I bet brunch here is wonderful. And as he's sitting there waiting, say, right, to business. I was bored, and in the city, well, at least in the area, just taking a joyride. I peeked in, wasn't sure at first if this was the right place. I mean, you're a queen and all, so I was looking for like a castle or something of more, but
Yeah, I thought about a castle, and then I knew this dryad, so I was like, well, you can make me a building. And
it's
you know,
different.
it's not much, but it's something.
It's different. Different's good. Once there's more here, different will be good. I mean, the tree's nice. That's kind of cool. That's new.
Thank you.
World garden kind of does a thing for me, but it's okay. I mean, you should have like a whole thing. The tree's nice and some flowers.
The garden's just for me. Maybe I'll have a public garden for other people later on.
Also, where's your farmlands? Do you not have any of those?
We eat dirt.
This poor guy. He's just like, I'm gonna go visit this kingdom, and it's just not there.
Nah, yeah, we eat dirt. Sustainable living.
Okay.
Stolen.
Nutrients, I guess.
Yeah, it's nutrient.
If you get some
Gotta keep it healthy.
farmers, potatoes are cheap. They are pretty easy to farm. That could be a good start.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Corn.
just not as cheap as dirt.
Ignore the elf.
I was
Don't ignore me.
I have a lot of plans in my head. There's just some other outer issues that need to be dealt with before expanding.
Fair. And he'll look towards Solon and he'll say, I see you're still angry. I will say those arrows took a little while to pull out, if that makes you feel any better.
Do you have them?
I'd like them back.
No, but I made a necklace of the arrowheads. Do you want that?
Yes, I do.
You're not the only person that's, furious that stuff happened and you got mad. It's fine. And
I won't be the last, but I certainly still am. I would like those arrowheads, please.
he'll pull it out of his bag. It's a very elegant chain necklace with your arrowheads just sitting on it. And he'll slide it to you and he says, I've made it pretty. I paid for it. That was a heavy price.
He's basically made himself.
So when food gets there, It is slightly charred tenderloins of a elk. The corner's just slightly charred. And some fresh bread. And it seems like there's a roughly thrown on like cob of corn on there. As they were trying to like look for in the kitchen for like anything kind of fancy they could put on this thing instead of. And like the cook kind of threw just off to the side just a little bit of roasted asparagus, and he'll serve it and say, he'll kind of kneel down. I will kind of kneel down to you and go, listen, it's the best we could do with the time that we had. And he'll set 2 nice bottles of wine at the table and he'll say, I'll get glasses. Don't freak out. And I'll walk over and grab a few wine glasses and set them on the table. And then he'll give you guys a nod, and then walk back towards where Mordor is. And you'll see that Beer's looking and say, okay. Okay, and you'll see him kind of slightly just pull another platinum off the stack and just put it in the bag.
Oh my god.
You know, fair enough.
Don't mind this. It's more of a rating system. You know, if you get a big tip, that could almost buy the whole establishment. People question things. Don't want to make them, you know, think too much.
Right.
And as he kind of tastes his food, he'll kind of make a quick face and then like try to forcefully enjoy it the best he can. He says, it's wonderful. And then he'll kind of slowly like push his plate just a little bit to the center of the table and go, right, business talk. Let's say I hire some people and they set up a restaurant here. A real restaurant.
With real alcohol.
Wine, mostly, but
As long as it's stronger than the normal shit I get.
but expensive wine. Stuff that has its own escort to be delivered. Now, if you agree to that term, I have a lot of coin and I'm bored, so I'm in a mood today. Was there something else besides trying your fingers at bags to have assistant with? So I kind of don't want to see you at an auction again. Unless you're...
Hey, listen, during that time I was going there to buy wood for buildings. I just went to the auction because I was curious.
Right. What a lovely place to be curious about when someone's trying to buy a new establishment. Did you have money to buy that place when you walked in there?
Oh no.
Oh.
I wasn't planning on bidding.
Right? Just window shopping. I do that too. So what other places would you prefer to be funded? That is what you need, right? Funding. I mean, your guys' names, the Faith Walkers, you know, it brings people's ears. Travelers, you know, I've heard stories of you downing mighty dragons or saving a city from a war. And even saving a whole city from dragons. It's been, you guys deal with a lot of dragons. On top of that, the going to Spirit Hold was new. That was something different. Still kind of deals with dragons, though.
Nah.
Is there anything other things you guys do besides fight some scaly beasts? And he'll kind of motion his head towards Faffy.
Like, I just kind of mumble. Like I said, if he only knew.
Uh, yeah, I'm not gonna say anything.
This is
That list is way too long to just, sit here and talk about it over a meal.
exactly
All
why.
right, do you want individual things, a group thing? 'Cause they kind of mix every once in a while.
Yeah.
We killed an owl bear. We killed Iron
Wait.
Maw.
What are we mixing?
We argue with gods.
I killed a rat and a snake.
Wait, what are we mixing? What are we doing? What?
We have to go fight Zoe.
I
He asked us
pissed
if
off
we
the
do
God of
anything
War.
else except
Besides
Fight
fighting
dragons.
dragons.
Besides fighting.
And then ours is like,
God
I don't know if you're ready for that conversation. You may not need sleep, but we do, and we don't have a whole night to talk about that.
This is fine. I'll take your word for it that you guys have some other legacy than dragon slayers or heroes of Redmire. Just whatever weird other names you carry with you.
What about the cosmos?
Great, we're involved in space now.
Yeah. But that snake and that rabbit, though, that was dangerous.
Did
Snake and frog.
you get bit by it?
No.
Oh, was it a big frog?
No.
Was it a two-headed snake?
No.
Was it like one of those like death adders?
No.
Did you shoot it at a range?
Yeah.
Excellent story.
Thanks,
Go
man.
right towards Bobby again. He's just...
I got bit by a vampire once.
Oh, yeah, that was my fault.
Oh god.
It's like shit.
I pissed off the God of War and he killed Ogdo's sister.
Oh. Oh.
Okay.
I pissed off all the gods.
Tried to diffuse a situation where she was pissing off a god.
Yeah, I did
Mhm.
try to defuse it after I pissed him off.
And then he killed us both.
I'm not the religious type, but
It's like the
Okay.
King of Dragons wants to kill me.
I also
I told you this list was long. You
I'm-
might as well just change the subject.
I'm sure this
Honestly, the longer this conversation goes on, the more that comes to mind.
The
This-
cake
this-
goes on forever.
big pile of stories that you have, I would endearing love to listen to, but I'm a busy man and I'm here for business and sightseeing, but there was not many sights to see, so business it is.
Oh,
Funding.
is it Ghost? Is the dock being built right now?
They've kind of just started it. Just
Okay.
started it.
I didn't want to forget to point that out.
Just started. It's still in its early stages.
Cool.
Funding wise, I am willing to fully fund a restaurant being built here. Next to the restaurant, is there something that you would also like me to fund? I would say, and he will pick another platinum off the stack that he has on the table, plop it in, and then look in the bag, and he'll say, I say I have funding on me for 3 buildings? Well, now 3 buildings. The food was terrible.
It's a very last minute thing. I'm sorry.
I'm sure they could be okay with like 6 platinum, right? That pays for everything.
Yeah, I think that they'd be fine with that. Hang on, I'm looking at my blueprints.
Probably pulls out a parchment over the drawings of the city.
Right.
Hold
Here's
on
my
real
plan.
quick. What do I want?
She's been doodling the future of the city forever.
What's that squiggly line over there?
Let's not to really address that you guys have a mind flare.
No, I wouldn't tell him.
We have that skull, that bone drake too somewhere, because
Yeah.
Aaliyah and Saki
Somewhere.
are here.
Yeah.
They're literally probably downstairs doing something.
Oh yeah, wouldn't we like hear Crunk? And yeah.
Yeah, he's at the end of the bar crying.
Listen to his mystic voice giving him shit.
Yeah. Kronk somehow became like a cleric or something on accident for him too, so that's how he hears his voices.
Okay. Out of things
Break out the arm!
for the town.
I accidentally stumbled into priesthood. Now I hear God every
Um,
night.
I'm gonna say this out loud, player to party. Options are alchemy shop, herbal shop, Cyrus's shop. Is it a tinkering?
No, it's armor. It's armor. But it has forge in it.
Okay.
He doesn't really build weapons, he builds armor.
A blacksmith building could be an option then. A library, a brewery,
Rock'em Sock'em Brewery.
farm buildings like a stable and stuff.
That'd probably be nice.
Yeah, anything like that. Too many choices. We get 3 buildings.
Yeah, I think she just gave only 4 or 5.
The other ones you guys can build if you want them. Probably.
I want to say stables is one of them for any travelers coming into town, just to make it easy.
Oh,
to
what?
Help the stables and stuff that you were talking about,
Okay.
because that would just help with more people coming, I would think. And definitely a shop. Because then that would just give more people reasons to stop in and, buy stuff. It's just a matter of Fafnir's choice would also be a brewery, but
You want to build a clothing shop?
Nyx will do that on her own, but yeah, she'll make clothes. Give her something to do. I mean, she made socks.
If we had like a leather workers maid or like a
Hey, I got
don't
some
know.
leather workers tools too.
If we had stuff like that, we could probably like scout for people to run them.
Yeah.
Until, yeah. If you want your own personal shops, you would have to take over if you retire or something.
Yeah. But I say stables, a shop, and then my wild card is the brewery. But that's because Fafnir likes to drink.
I would say,
I
yeah,
also have
stable.
an inn/tavern option as well.
An actual
he's gonna-
inn/tavern so you can
Yeah.
sleep there.
Oh, so I would say that, the stables, and then
A general store?
We could do a general store.
Right now, you guys just got a general stall.
Just have, like,
We could do
market
a magic shop too. That's also an option.
oh, but
What's with the techno?
definitely two. I would say the inn/tavern and stables.
Some called Legacy.
But that would definitely bring more people here if they have a say. But of course, you then want a shop to at least for them to go in. I would say maybe.
Yeah.
It's Joseph.
Well, see, the thing about the shop is we have market stalls.
Okay.
We have traders here. It's
Okay.
not a big
Necessity.
necessity right now.
Gotcha.
A shop
Okay.
is more permanent, yeah, but
Nope, that works out. To pick any other decision. So with that, definitely, if we already have like the
Okay,
traders.
a stable, the tavern inn, and I would like to make an alchemy house for Anar's father, like a shop/house.
Okay, so when you timed this is buildings of wine, he'll say, right, and the restaurant.
Yes.
Okay. You won't have to worry about that. I will provide all the funding. I'll reach out to some contacts. Is there a theme you're going on here with? What the buildings will look like?
Theme.
Or is this just like, oh, hey, build whatever?
I don't really have a theme going on right now, do I? I didn't think of themes. Oh no.
Probably go like
Well, it's centered
nature
around
thing.
Tilia, right?
Yeah.
You have a grass hut. There's your theme.
Grass.
no.
Oh
That's
my
rude.
castle!
It's made out of trees and vines.
It's not even, yeah.
Let's make it out of the
Yeah,
Amazon
thing, and it was
rainforest.
green, okay?
Yeah, thinking like the green theme, right? I mean, it goes with Poppy's aesthetic.
So is there just as like certain wood you want, or
I've been using ironwood.
okay?
Love this shopping channel
Ironwood
music.
and stone. I haven't been able to buy stone personally
So
yet.
would you prefer stone or just iron? Jesus Christ, Dylan.
It's like when it's late at night and you flip to the shopping channel.
Was just thinking that. I'm like, when he said that, I'm like, I actually feel like I'm on a late night shopping
Is
channel.
it impossible to like mix match stone and wood?
Yeah. They can do a stone base
like
and
a
then
stone
wood.
base, yeah, stone base, and then
Mhm.
yeah,
Okay.
because that's how I imagine the guild hall is.
Okay. So stone and ironbark, is that what you prefer?
Yeah,
Ironbark, I guess, would be pretty. Okay.
wow.
Bit of a gray. It's a bit of a gray. That's a gray wood. I mean, I don't know.
What wood do you like? It's a
His,
strong wood.
his gaze, what kind of look do you use? You know, mahogany?
Mahogany. You can do interior
It's
in
mahogany.
mahogany if that makes you happy.
What the fuck is happening?
Definitely would. And he will look to the group. He's like, right. I will put in a word to some contacts, and they will put this on my tab. I gotta make a trip to Bronze Hollow. Anyways. Is there anything minor in the city that you would like? Is there like a grand statue you want to eradicate? Is there like something you want that kind of says, yeah, this is Tholia? I mean, you have a tree, but it's a tree. Come on, give us something Shadaz.
You're a tree.
Just it's a tree. Go.
It's a special tree thing.
Everyone who gets higher powers are like, such a good place for the tree of life. And he's just like, it's a tree.
I had a statue idea a while ago, but I don't know how to execute it.
What you want?
A statue of my parents, but I don't know how to describe that.
So what they could do is they could get let's say, unless you have old paintings of
I
them.
feel like there would be a painting, but I would have to retrieve it.
Yeah. So if you could do it off description, he could hire a painter, get that made, and then a stone carver could make a statue of such, depending on if it's just a simple like stance for them.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay, a statue of your parents. Got it. Is there stones you want to get that in?
Fucking marble.
Ooh, going fancy. Do you want do you want just like pure marble, or do you want like the black and white marble? Is there,
Make it shiny.
Hmm. Hmm. Like a... I don't know what the name of it is, but it's like a blue-gray.
okay. And would you
Blue-gray white.
would you like to have gemstone eyes on those, or
Gemstone eye.
God, you really
give
need to
the
get out
shiny.
royalty.
Get the shinies. Our queen deserves all the shinies.
Hold up, I just googled marble and there's marble with like gold linings in it.
Mm-hmm.
Rose gold veins. I want that.
Roll rose gold veins.
Yeah. Yeah, we could do gems in the eyes.
What color?
Well, they would probably be they'd probably be onyx.
Okay.
Because it'd be black.
Yeah. Or jet.
Yeah.
Gold onyx.
Yeah, it's either that or obsidian. I'll go with onyx.
Okay. That one may take a while. Got to do a few messages around, but I know a good stone carver.
Okay.
He's a little unorthodox, but he does good work. Next to that, wait, you have builders, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so don't need to hire those. Wonderful. And he'll kind of stand up and he'll take a big old drink of the wine and give a shrug and he'll say, okay, they deserve one more. And he'll put a platinum back on top. Says, of all the places, it's always the wine that they finally just like, hey, let's invest a lot of money here. But this was a treat. Different. I have some property to buy, but I was somewhere now. Your wood and stone should be here probably in a week. As for the statue, it'll take a little while. I'd say give it a couple months, but just don't hate the guy. He's how to put it? He's a little slow. He has a hard back.
Okay.
It'll take a minute maybe for him to come out of his shell.
Okay. Yeah.
And then he will kind of walk outside and get up on his horse. Right. I'm going to go ahead and go. Thanks for the lovely sightseeing. This was great. I'm sure I'll be around again maybe in the next year. And he'll look to Faffy and says, you should work on our hospitality by then. Maybe you'd be a great waiter. I mean,
not going to happen.
They shouldn't let you outside. You're terrible at this greeting stuff. As
Just
for... He looks towards Soul and he says, if you shoot any more arrows, I'd be glad to make them into necklaces, but you could just hand me them and I could make you something more lovely to look at. Don't hurt yourself with that bow. And he'll kind of turn around and he'll look towards Nara before he heads out, and he'll say, "You, I don't know about you. You seem like you're dug waist deep into a bunch of shit, but then again, you seem fine. So keep on doing what you're doing." And I say, he'll look his gaze back towards Poppy and give a nod, and he'll say, "Right. Have a lovely day, Queen." And then he'll walk off, kind of shaking his head, whistling a little tune as he leaves. Chloe, Maldor will come out and he'll say, "So, business? Did it go well? Do you have a lot of coin on the way?"
A few more buildings. What?
Oh, shoot. Right, it really was business.
I
Right,
think I
I'm
would marry that.
gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and go back inside. Could have been a rich queen.
Yeah.
Sam, that's a lot of gems you could have bought.
I don't think I'm his type, and he's not mine.
It's gonna awkwardly like backstep him back into the tavern.
It's like, didn't say that.
So when Tiberius leaves, Delia goes back to turning to his kind of quiet place, some little spot in the world. And everything seems to be mostly at peace for now. You definitely see that ship of the treasure hunters kind of drifts right off the coast, just floating there. And you will see the captain on land, the coast, helping figure out what kind of layout the docks want to set up. That being said, I don't have anything else for you guys here because of time reasons. If I tried to start a new fight, it would take way past the time. So when we come back for the next session, we can set course for the Lich if you guys are comfortable to do that by then. And I have stuff stellar popping up then too.
Okie dokie.
If there's anything in particular backstory wise or anything you guys want to try and have ready to go, because once I start the stuff with Stellar, it's going to be hardly any time to kind of have a bunch of chunks of sessions or things like that. So I don't want to start it yet, so that's why I'm trying to give you guys as much chance as you can to kind of get backstory stuff out before Stellar stuff. Yeah, so with that being said, that was our session 16. We'll come back at session 17, starting with the Lich Fight. Ooh is right, you guys changed some things for future generations.
more inclusive.
Right. And got to see the story of more of an origin story for one of the dragons, so. Oh boy, that's gonna get crazy. Now Faffy's gonna figure out how to handle 2 dragons.
Yeah. Yeah, I just need to recruit the dragons. That's what Fafnir's working on next as well.
So yeah, there's gonna be that now.
So the Lich is the next session.
Yeah. Oh, well, if that's people want
If
to
that's
do
what
it.
we want to do.
Yeah.
If we're ready.
Are you
for
guys-
it.
Are you guys gonna be okay if I'm not there, or
Sure. I mean, you guys will, as long as people figure out some detail more about liches and stuff like that. It should be fine. Should be fine. I can't say that the dice will be
I
on
mean-
either one of our sides that day.
I mean,
And
maybe if I'm feeling well enough, I can participate in the fight.
If you're not
But
going to
it-
be feeling good that day, just rest.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't worry
'cause
too much about us
it's-
because
it's
we could have a full party and it could still go bad. Anything
Sure.
can go bad.
Yeah, because it's the week of me eating the gluten, and I don't know how I'm going to be, because that'll be towards the end, towards the middle end of that week.
yeah. Just yeah. If you're not feeling good, that's fine. You don't gotta we're gonna be here. The only thing that worries me is the fact of disintegration is a kind of shitty way to go. And I normally don't throw liches at people because that is a shitty way to go. But just be ready for it because he does have it in his thing and you guys are going to them to fight it. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I worry for you guys. Only because of that spell. That and Finger of Death.
Then why use it?
Because
Why'd you put a lich there?
Listen, no, because he's had it on other people that we faced before and he hasn't ever used it on us. So now he has to start bringing out the big guns because we're bigger people now.
Is it the finger death that we're all under like 100 hit points, right?
Yes.
So basically you just use it anytime you fucking want. It's alright, day.
they're dangerous spells. Most of the time they don't get used like just because freely nilly. If the enemy is smart, you know, a lich isn't going to sit there and let you give him the pounding without knowing what's in his arsenal. Yeah. They do. So this is the one that's even worse. Is liches do have access to power word kill. That is the one would be barely used unless you're really giving it to this guy. Power word kill is if you're 100 HP or less, you die.
That's the one. That's what I was thinking of.
Yep.
Use that Finger of Death.
Finger of Death is you get hit with negative energy, you make a con save, and you take 7d8 plus 30 necrotic damage on a failed save. If you die, the humanoid killed by the spell raises at the start of the next turn as a zombie. That's Finger of Death.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then, of course, Disintegrate is a 7th level spell, per se, of the same thing. You just take,
What is it?
you take a 10d6 plus 40 force damage. And if it reduces you to 0 hit points, you turn into a pile of ash.
Thanos.
Yeah.
The spell automatically disintegrates a large or small non-magical object when a creation of magical force. If the target is a huge or large object or a creation of force, the spell disintegrates a 10-foot cube portion of it. Also, a disintegrated creature and everything it's wearing and carrying, except for magical items, are reduced to a pile of fine gray dust. The creature can be restored to life only by the means of true resurrection or wish.
Yeah, that has a tank quaking in his boots a little bit, just a little bit. Liches
Yeah.
are scary.
Liches are scary. But, that's why I want to make sure you guys are ready. Also, level up.
Oh,
Level up.
I was not expecting
Level
that.
Level up? What?
Oh shit.
Shit, fuck. That actually honestly caught me off guard.
Oh, okay.
We have Stellar's Fight, and there's a couple months. And you guys have to be level 9 to be able to do that fight. So we have one more level up before then.
Yeah.
But it's not only the fact that you have to be level 9, you have to be nearing the end of level 9.
Yeah, it can't be like, all right, we hit level 9. Guess what we're doing next session?
Yeah. So you'll probably see some level ups pretty close together. Like you will have this one, and then after a couple sessions, you'll probably have another one. Stuff like that. Only because you gotta be level 9 to be able to face Stellar. And then he'll be your level 10 once he's defeated.
Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's like what 9 or 10 per session. So I mean, before that Stellar fight.
So this ledge should be.
Shit. I don't know what to choose. I honestly don't know what to choose.
So the Lich Fight, according to CR, will be a deadly encounter. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, just be prepared for that. But you guys do have more magical items than a typical party going off of CR, so. Be prepared. That being said, that's all I got. If anybody wants to stick around later, we're gonna be watching Venom.
Ooh, nice.
I got to go make dinner.
Okay.
Ghost.
Yes.
So I
Just so
talk
you
to
know.
you guys all later.
See ya.
See you later.
Bye.
Have a good one.
I'm doing a level in Warlock. I get my boon.